Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? I always keep getting this question from people like, Loy, how is life in Dubai? How is life in the UAE? How is life in the Middle East? So I thought I'd make this video and tell you how is life in the Middle East, especially in Dubai, UAE. And I'll give you my 27 points. Now, I'm not going to give you the stuff that you see online, the tallest building, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, the super fast police cars, the gold, the most expensive truffle, the most expensive hamburger, the gold plated, cookie or chocolate. I will not give you the cliche stuff that the marketing department shows you. I will not even recycle the stuff that Instagrammers or people who are trying to show you a very glorified life tell you. I will tell you from the let's say the person on the street, the normal average everyday person, the 80%, the 80-85%, how do they live their lives and what is life for them in the Middle East, okay, in Dubai, UAE. Now, let me get a couple of things out of the way before I even start. The stuff like security, okay, it's much more safer than most other countries in the world. You'll earn tax-free money, which is, in a way, it's true. I'll tell you where the flaws are there. And people from all over the world like to come to Dubai because of tax-free money, because of, they're not succeeding in their country. They can get much more better opportunities there. They earn in rupees, or they earn in baht, or they earn in rupiah, and they're earning in a better foreign exchange. Okay. So keeping this aside, what are the other areas of living a life in Dubai, UAE? Let's start. Number one, every day, everything, your whole existence is defined by the job that you have. If you have a job, you have everything. You don't have a job, you have nothing. Why? Because your visa is linked to your job, and your existence in the country is linked to your visa. So if you want to stay in the country, you need to have a visa. If you have to have a visa, you need to have a job. You don't have a job, you can't have a visa, you can't stay in the country. So everything, your entire existence is based on your job. Your job defines everything. And the employer knows that, your boss knows that, everyone knows that. So your whole life just revolves around that. Second one is, life in Dubai is a monotonous routine. You get up early in the morning, 5, it depends where you're staying. If you're staying in Sharjah, you have to get up, and you work in Dubai, you have to get up like 2 hours or 3 hours before. If you stay in Dubai, it depends. You're staying in Karama, or you're staying in, one of those made-up cities, and you have to fight through the traffic because the roads are narrow. That is through the internal linking. The main highways are pretty broad. So it all depends. And if you have 2 kids and you're dropping both of them 2 to 3 hours, so you've got to get up at least on an average 5 o'clock in the morning. You'll reach your office by 7:30 or 8. You'll start work, and at around 1 o'clock will be your lunch break. After that, they say that you work till 6 o'clock. That is only if you're working in, let's say, Emirates Airlines, or you're working in a company that gives you 5 days a week, or a company that is based in Jebel Ali. But by the time you factor in driving back home, it'll be another 3 hours in the traffic. So most of the companies, they say 6 o'clock, but you end up working till 9 o'clock because you don't achieve your targets, you lose your job. And by the time you reach home, you're exhausted, you're dead. It's around like 9:30 or 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever time you reach. You might go 1 hour to the gym, and then you're so exhausted, you just eat food and you go to sleep. And you do this 6 days a week. Some people are lucky 5 days a week, but normally people do it 6 days a week. And on the 7th day, it's nothing but cleaning the house, going for shopping, buying stuff for the house, and preparing for the next 6 days. So that's your entire routine for life in Dubai. That's it. Okay. And if you factor in having kids, going to the teacher parent meeting, which is a bullshit fucking time waste, and going for children's, the ballet classes, which I don't understand. Who the fuck is going to be a ballet dancer when they grow up? Karate, who, ha, ki. I don't know what they're going to do with that bullshit waste of time. So if you go in for all this nonsense, then you can say goodbye to your own personal time. Number 3, the only outing that you have in Dubai is either going to the beach, but that is only during the winters. Others, you'll get it's like getting fish fried. You'll get burnt. You'll die with the heat. It's so hot. You can fry an egg on the road. So the only outing that there is number one is you can go for watching a movie. Second one, going to the shopping mall. And that is also, if you're going for a movie, you have to go to the shopping mall, or you go for shopping, or you go to eat food, and that is once again in the shopping mall, or you go to meet some of your relatives or friends. That's about it. There is no other outing in a country that is blazing bloody hot. It's so hot that if you go out for 5 minutes, you will be drenched in sweat. Okay? So there is no outing, there is only shopping malls. The only thing that there is I used to only hang out at Dubai Mall and Burjuman. No, not Burjuman, the city center. Those are my favorite places. That's it. Shopping, eating, everything is there. Then go back home and watch a movie. Point number 4, which is very normal of life in Dubai, UAE, is traffic and endless traffic. You will spend at least an average of 3 hours minimum every single day in traffic. And everyone drives like mad. Everyone, like in the morning, people are driving as if they're going to die. You know, when you drive, you'll see a guy holding onto the steering wheel as if his life depended. He'll be holding it like this. Arab local will be like this. One leg will be up, driving that big ass car. It's like a massive big truck. His one leg will be up, one hand will be here, drinking chai, and it's like, I'm your father, I'm driving. Indian will be like this. Someone will come and take my. And if you have a Palestinian or something, you'll be like, Wallah, you're coming my lane, I will throw a rock on you. What? Blah, blah, blah. He'll give you bad words and all that. And then there are some other people. If you come into their lane, they will make sure they'll hit your car, but they'll not let you go there. And you can make out an Indian or Pakistani or Asian when you try to come into their lane. Sri Lanka. When you come, let's say that you come a little bit more, he'll go even further. You come a little bit, he'll go even further. It's like until your cars touch each other. He will not let you come into his lane. And then when people drive in Dubai, UAE, you'll see one guy, he'll go from this lane to that lane, to that lane, to that lane, that lane. He'll go everywhere else. After 45 minutes or 1 hour, you'll see that same guy next to you. Because after all the adventure that he went everywhere else, he is next to you. And the only other option that you have, if you obviously will pay Salik by default, which is bullshit, you'll get, the only other road is you go 100 kilometers far away from the city, take a big long turn, and then you land in the city. You land at more or less the same time that that guy started. Only difference is you'll burn more petrol. There'll be more wear and tear on your car. And by the time you reach there, your car, everything is exhausted. The only fun part is you are going fast and furious. And then you got clicked by a few radars, which you have to contribute to the economy anyway. So that is with regards to driving and spending your whole life in traffic. Point number 5, everyone's trying to impress everybody else. Kutti, Kurian, Koshi, Kaushi, Pramod, Raju, Ramu will have Prado. They will have Prado because in Kerala, Cochin, and Ernakulam and Bombay, they had only cycle or rickshaw, or they used to go walking with the BST bus and the train. So to show that they are successful, they'll buy big empty box Prado. You'll see all Indians, especially South Indians, have Prado, Mitsubishi Lancer. Okay, it can. Then you'll have Egyptians who drive. What do they drive? They drive Mercedes Benz or BMW. It can be 20 years old, but they'll drive that. Then you'll have local shokal who will drive the latest Cadillac, the latest four-wheel Hummer. It'll be so big. And then you'll have most other locals who like the Speed Demon. They like Nissan Altima, fast cars. So this is the normal trend. But everyone is trying to impress. Girls will dress up more sexy than they can afford to dress. They will go to the beauty parlor and try to look very, very nice. Oh, there I have to give kudos to Filipinas, because Filipinas have a dress sense. They really, really do have dress sense. They know personal grooming. But being Indian, I know our Indian aunties, 1 kilo makeup, they'll put makeup like, clown. They'll just put powder, and they'll put something and they'll look like this with, like aunties. After they get married, they doing, they become like aunties, And most of the guys, they are pregnant themselves. The guys will have, especially our Asian guys, the stomach is being, it looks like the stomach is being held up with the belt. And then you have Brits and Americans, because obviously they can only go cycling in their country because it's tax free. All whites or Goras have a Range Rover, because it's only in Dubai that they can afford a Range Rover, or they'll have a very expensive car because they need to show off that they are successful. And obviously, you'll never see a white in a Toyota Corolla. You'll only see a white in a four-wheel drive because they have to show it's successful. We are superior to you. And then Arab guy, when he sees white guy, Wallah, I'm local. He will buy the latest. He'll have 6-7 cars. He'll tell you how much he's suffering, and he'll have 6-7 bank loans, 4-5 automotive loans, 30 credit cards, and 35-year loan. So everyone's trying to impress everyone else. Everyone's trying to show. And the best part is you'll see people coming with their Starbucks coffee. Starbucks, not the normal kadak chai. It's Starbucks, because you have to show you're sophisticated with your name written there. Starbucks. You know, I spend $4, $5 to show you I'm sophisticated. You know, some of them even carry their steel mug when they're coming out of their house because they have to show you I'm sophisticated. You know, I used to try that sometimes because I wanted to impress. Then number 6 in life in Dubai, UAE is everyone is bullshitting. Everybody's bullshitting. If you meet a businessman, if his turnover is $10,000 a month, and you ask him, so how's your business been? Oh yeah, business been great. Just $100,000 I did last month, and we are targeting at 100 million this coming year. So everyone's talking big. It's like the tallest building, the biggest shopping mall. So everything has to be big in UAE. So if you ask somebody like, even if you go, simple thing, go to the gym. The guy who can lift only 5 kilo will tell you, I lifted 50 kilo with one hand. I was doing 400 push-ups, you know, every single day. So everyone likes to show you larger than life. You'll get a guy who opened up a company in the free zone and will tell you, started this new venture, and I'm the managing director. He'll show you managing director on his card. But he's the only guy who works for his company. It's a one-man show. But he's a managing director and CEO. Especially it helps when you go into the free zone, when the dumb security guy asks you a card, you can show him CEO. I has to do that. Okay. Then, just like my head, point number 7 is the shiny syndrome. What I mean by shiny syndrome? By Pierre Cardin. 97% off. 99% off. And it's original. Nothing is duplicate. Everything is original. So they'll wear especially Lebanese, you know, gelled hair, oh, so much gel. It's like the whole gel they put on their hair, and he'll wear the suit and the thing. He works as a waiter. He works as a sales guy for 3,000 dirhams, but he'll dress up like he's a CEO of Swarovski Diamonds. Indian guy, just the opposite. Indian guy, he can be the CEO, but he'll dress up like Koshi Korean Kuti with a big mustache. It's like a coffee filter. You know, Indians have this big mustache. I know because my family of Indians, they have big mustache. When you drink coffee, it filters the coffee when you drink. Local guy will be sure his beard is trimmed like this because, you know, he'll go to one of those barber shops where they'll do the beard trim nicely. So he looks sophisticated. I especially have to admire the Lebanese, because the Lebanese, if you ask them, where you're from? Oh, Lebanon, but my relative is French. We are the French Europeans, you know. Like Indians, if you speak to the Indians, they'll never say I'm from India, especially Goans. Oh, we are actually Goans, but we are the Portuguese. Portuguese, the European blood. They're not Indians because they want to show we are Goras. Same way, when you meet a Lebanese, he will never tell you that I'm a Lebanese from Lebanon. No, we're Lebanese, but our relatives are French, are European. In other words, whites came, they were banging all the people in the Middle East, and that's why they became white. Indians want to be fair and lovely. Goras want to be dark and handsome. So everyone is, you know, trying to impress and trying to bullshit, trying to lie, trying to show you larger than life, which is the normal trend in Dubai. And the shiny syndrome. That is what I was calling the shiny syndrome. Even a guy who takes steroids, which is very ample in all the gyms, if you ask him, how did you become thin? Oh, just hard work. Hard work. I did push-ups. I ate chicken breast. The guy who's taking steroids and who's massive. What's steroid? What's steroid? I eat chicken breast, shawarma. I eat falafel, potato, rice. They never will tell you that they take steroids. Okay, so shiny syndrome, that's what it is. Point number 8 is the guy who gives you the job, he'll only give you the job if he knows you're going to be his dog. You can be under him. You can be controlled by him. Because keep this in mind, if you don't have a job, you can't survive in Dubai. So the guy who gives you the job would not want someone better than him. He would want someone who is under him, who he can control. And that's why they normally give when you go for an interview, I always tell the guy, don't make the guy insecure. Let the guy know that he's going to be above you always and you're going to keep him up. Then you'll get the job. But if you show the guy, I'm better than you, smarter than you, I'm going to impress the owner, you'll never get the job because the guy is insecure about his job. Then point number 9, very common in the Middle East, especially in Dubai, empty promises. After 6 months, we will increase your salary. After 3 more months, we'll increase your position. We have been giving people, the guy joined as an office boy. Today, he's a director of the company. They'll give big, big promises. In fact, even if the girl knows you're rich, I will love you. I will die for you. I can't breathe without you. Oh, I used to get that so many times. And if a guy wants you and a guy wants to have sex with you, I can't live without you. They'll bend on their knees. They'll cry. They'll write love letters. They'll 100 things. They'll show this photograph on Facebook. They'll do this and all that. Why? Because he wants to shag you. But after he gets what he wants, it's fuck off. So the empty promises are plenty in Dubai. In fact, like even corporations, they bullshit. 6 months, no interest, interest-free card, 1% the lowest. Everyone bullshits. Everybody bullshits. Okay. So empty promises is pretty rampant in Dubai, UAE. Point number 10. All your friends are friends with benefits. What I mean, if you're rich, if you're successful, if you're a big guy, you're my friend, hey, how are you, man? You're sick, why the fuck you didn't call me, man? And you know, they'll die for you. But the day you're useless or you're not any benefit to them or nothing, when you call them, sorry, busy man, busy, I'll talk to you later. I got another, have my job, or can I call you back? Yeah, that's what they do. Can I call you back? But if you're a big guy, hey, yeah, tell me, man, hey, you're important to me. So most of the friends are fake and friends with benefits. Point number 11 is you act decent outside. Allah Khali. And Hindu guy. And he'll do this, he'll put tika. Christian guy, Jesus. But when nobody's watching, they'll be browsing. Wow. And if you go, you want the height of decency, just go to Dera, Dubai in the night at 3 o'clock or something. Or go to any of the nightclubs. You'll find most of those decent, married, good guys over there. They'll be talking to 100 only, 100, 200, 1 hour. Come on. You'll see all this. Don't believe me. Don't have to believe me. Just go and see by yourself. Maybe I'm being a hater. You go to Dubai in the night. Check Karama. Check those corners. They'll be like, how much? Maybe they're selling chocolate. Maybe they're selling peanut. Maybe they're selling banana, fruit, vegetable. You never know. Yeah, you'll find out. So everyone's decent outside. They look at all Indians as brothers and sisters. They look at all with respect. Everyone's decent. Nothing bad happens. But then after a couple of pegs, you come to know the real side. In fact, I know a couple of these guys in Toastmasters who join Toastmasters because they get to meet these frustrated couples there. And, I know because, come on, I had shagged a couple of them. Point number 12. There is zero value for education. I'm BCom, MCom, and PhD. Yeah, you can put it up your ass. Why? Because there are plenty of fake certificates. The company I work for, the previous one, because of which I got deported in 2011, they manufacture fake degree certificates. My friend who is working for Gulf News, who was the managing editor for Express newspaper, he knows the story. They have fake degrees. You can attest any paper in Dubai, in Sharjah. I'm not joking. I know because I was there. I was working with those people. Fake degree certificates is a massive racket in the Middle East, and it happens till today. You can take any paper and get it stamped by the embassy in India, stamped by the embassy in foreign affairs and all that. You can get it stamped, and you just have to show the dummy paper to your employer. They'll get your visa. They'll never even look at your degree. I'm telling you, they'll never look at your degree. It has no it has no value. I don't know why even they bother to check education. Why do they advertise you need to have a master's? For what? What are you going to do? Define management, define Maslow's theory of hierarchy, talk about debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out. Why the fuck do people even ask for education when most of them come with fake degrees? Okay, so there's no value for education. But the best part is they'll rip you off. But if you have two children, it's like having a Rolls Royce. You'll be paying, I used to pay 150 dirhams for my education in those days, in the 80s, 150 dirhams a month for the school bus as well as the monthly fees for the school. 150 dirhams. That's hardly, I think, $40. Today, it's maybe $500. Okay? The transportation is like cost a fortune. The children's fees per month is as good as doing an MBA in one of the premier institutes. I don't understand. When you're bringing a teacher who you're paying just $300 or $400 a month, low class people as your teachers, but you're charging the student, you're paying $300 per month as a teacher's fees, but you're charging the student $3,000, $1,000, doesn't make any sense. And if you have 30 or 60 children in one classroom, just do the math. There are 30. In India, there are 60. Okay. Next one. Point number 13. Nobody tells you this. Local is always here. That is why when you have an argument with an Arab local, try that. He'll tell you, I'm local. I am local. Oof, that is a trump card. The minute he tells you that, tell him, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. You're local. I have nothing, sir. The problem was when one guy shouted, I'm local, I told him I'm international. He put me behind bars for a couple of hours. So if a guy says, I'm local, sorry, sir. If you do this, you're safe. Local is always up here. It's a hierarchy. Second one is Gora. I'm British. I'm from UK. It's not United Kerala. It's UK. Then you're from United States, Texas. So all the Goras. Then I'm from Belarus. I'm from Russia. So all white skin, white passport is up there. Then comes my brothers and sisters from India. I am Kuti Korean Koshi. I am Shibu. I'm Shibu Tambi. I'm Hansraj Hans Krishnan Ramakutti. So then we have Indians. Then I'm Mohammed Ibrahim, Mohammed Singh. That is from Pakistan. I'm Kareem. So you have Asians. So first you have local, then you have Goras, then you have Asians. Okay. I'm Varnatalam from Sri Lanka. Okay, whatever. Then below that you have the very loving, very caring Filipino. I am AJ Mark De La Cruz from Filipino. Okay, so you have them, and then the Bangladesh, everything. It's not that, and last if not the least, you have the people from Africa. At least that is a hierarchy in Dubai. Okay, that's a hierarchy. Once again, like I told you, don't have to believe me. And in the Arab, after the local come Syrian, Balochi, you get Lebanese. Lebanese are the whites also. Okay, then you get all of them. From Egyptian is little lower. Locals don't get along with the Egyptians. So you have all these categories. Keep that in mind. Point number 14 is it's very clannish. You have Filipinos that will be huddled together. You have Brits that will be huddled together, which happens everywhere in the world. You have Arabs that will be, even in Arabs, you have Sharjah Arabs, you have Dubai Arabs, you have Abu Dhabi Arabs. Okay. So it's all, and then from there you have the metamorphosis of, you'll meet an Indian guy who will say, hi, how are you, man? How are you? Oh, would you like some fish and chips? So you'll get the Indians who want to be whites. They'll go to Irish village. Could I have a Clondalkin? Could I have a Guinness? And you'll get Ramu who wants to be with Shirley, Maximilian, and Richard because he wants to be with the whites. So he says, hi, I'm Rajesh. Would you like a Guinness? Because he likes to be with the white crowd. But when he gets married, he'll marry Geeta. Okay, so you get the Indian wannabe whites, Pakistani wannabe Goras. Because they feel the whites are superior. And then you get some who, like my mother, what she used to do is when she used to meet locals, she used to say, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. She used to simply blabber that. Why? Because the locals used to feel happy. And she used to put this abaya and all that. You know, ladies, when they wear the abaya, you go to a bank, you'll see this. When you go to a bank and you say, excuse me, my passport, wait. And she'll put it again. She'll check one page, then after. And then Fatima, show it the kule wale. Oh, Mariam. And then she'll look at you. Oh, wait. Oh, what you want? Okay, so that's how it is. So yeah, the next one, point number 15 is your own people will backstab you. Indians backstab Indians, Pakistanis backstab Pakistanis, Filipinos, especially crab mentality, they'll backstab each other. So you don't have to worry about someone else backstabbing you. Your own people backstab each other because they have to survive. In an Indian company, Indians have to fight within Indians. That always happens. Point number 16 is Dubai is tax-free, yes, but your expenses will be rent. Majority of your salary will go for rent. Majority of your salary will go for credit cards, which will be for free. Loans, car loans, school, which is super cheap, okay, which is also there, so you lose much of your money there. And then you'll have welcome to road toll. We are trying to make Dubai less traffic, so we'll charge you so much money for going through traffic, okay. So road toll is there. Then parking fees is there, 2 dirham, 5 dirham, 10 dirham. And then you get the happy policeman. You are 1 minute late, okay. Here Dubai is a fine city. Take 200 dirham, 500 dirham. So you get a lot of fines that way. And I'll tell you this, you will not know, every day you'll just be spending money. Okay. Next one is, point number 17 is, all children learn in their school is utter rubbish. Okay. Here's my challenge to you. Take your child, whatever your child is studying, take them back home from where you came. Put them on the streets and see how do they survive, how do they sustain, how do they get along, how do they earn money. I can challenge you. Your child in Dubai will not know how to survive in your own country. They just don't know. That is why I tell the Indians, take your child to Bombay, leave your child in Mumbai. Let's see how your child survives there. 99.9% they can never survive because they don't know the fucking reality. They are in a fake bubble world. Okay. Number 18. This is a classic. Yes, Dubai is tax-free. But to this date, nobody can answer this one question, and that is, where does all the money go? Where does the money go? They're earning tax-free money. Then why isn't everyone rich? Where does the money go? Money just vanishes. And if you have your own business, it might look like you're only paying registration fees. When you calculate all the other hidden charges, you lose everything. Point number 19 is, you can get fined for just about any reason, and you cannot debate, argue, or challenge that. If you can, all the best for you. But as far as I know, once you get fine written for you, the fine cannot be removed. In fact, I got 2 fines in Abu Dhabi when I never had gone to Abu Dhabi for the whole year. So that should tell you something about fines. Point number 20, 99 years lease, 99-year visa. You'll get a 5-year visa. You'll get a 10-year visa. Okay, new rule has changed. Every day the rules change. Every single day. It's like just as you change your underwear, the rules change. So today you can have a 99-year visa. Tomorrow they can say, we never issued it. Third day they can tell you, buy the property, you will be a medium class citizen here. Next day you'll be jailed. And so rules keep changing forever. Point number 21. On your resume, you have to write down your passport. I'm Indian, Pakistani. You have to write down male, female. You have to write down hobbies. Your hobbies. I like walking. I like talking. You have to write down your family. You have to write down religion. Some places they'll even ask you, you're Christian, Hindu, Muslim. Yeah. Some employees will even ask you, you're married or you're single? What? Yeah. So they get into your personal space. They'll even check your Facebook profile. In fact, some people from Emirates Airlines, Etihad, they lost their jobs because on their Facebook they had photographs of them going to a club, drinking and enjoying and being with their friends. So that's bad. Okay. Another one is 22 is double standards. Now they say it's country with Islam. Okay, I agree. Um, Go in the night. Then what is the alcohol? Alcohol is a part of Islam? No. Prostitution, part of Islam? No. Then gambling, part of Islam? No. Then why is that happening? Can anyone tell me? No, it doesn't happen. Okay, fine. It doesn't happen. Just go there, Birdby. Go to International City. Just park your car there. How many cars come? Massage parlor. I wonder what massage is that. Must be spiritual massage because a girl with bikini, massage parlor. So from where does that come? You go to a nightclub, you'll get, how are you? She'll show you her, is which part of the Islamic religion is that? I'm not hating, I'm telling you facts. That's what happens. So double standards. So anytime they want, they'll put the trump card of Islam and say, this is going against Islam. And anytime they want, it'll be non-Islam. So just be careful. So anyone can put the trump card there. Point number 23. Pierre Cardin is going for a 99.99% sale, clearance sale. You'll get clearance sale, 90% off, buy one, get three free. You know, like for example, this phone, suppose this phone, I tell you that I'm giving you 90% off. So what does it mean? That I was charging you 90% extra. That means I'm charging you double the cost. And now I'm giving you at exact price. What? Or is it, am I charging you 10 times more and then I'm giving you the actual price? How can a business, people don't use common sense. It's like I bought an iPhone. Can you buy an iPhone for 100 dirhams? Can you buy an iPhone for, let's say, $100? Can you buy an iPhone for $100? No, you can't buy an iPhone for $100 because the price tag is $1,000. The maximum discount you'll get is maybe $998. But if an iPhone which is costing $1,000 is being sold for $100, isn't that fishy? People don't use their common sense. Sale 90% off, sale 80% off, 75% off. Get this big boards and people fall for it like idiots. Nobody uses their brains. Oh, I'm getting 90% off. So people take their credit card, buy hordes of it. Once they have it at home, they begin to wonder, what am I going to do with all this? Okay, so the bullshit sale, it's called the bullshit sale and people fall for it. Interest free 6 months, put yourself in debt. They don't think, buy the iMac, the MacBook Pro, the iPhone for 2 years contract. Man, you're spending money. You're spending much more, twice or thrice amount for a technology that will be valued only for the next 1 month. Okay. Point number 24, there's so much hype. Oh my goodness, the amount of nonsense that there is largest building, tallest building, biggest shopping mall, underground hotel, over the ground hotel, and Expo 2020, life is going to change forever. But when you go there, construction is, there's only one guy there, half the place is empty, the tallest tower is skeleton, construction workers are not paid, people are working like dogs, contractors are not being paid, there's so many people who are bankrupt. They only give you the hype. They don't give you the reality. In fact, ask normal guy, what is Expo 2020? No, don't believe me. Just go and ask someone, hey, what is Expo 2020, man? What is Expo 2020 for you? Expo 2020? Next one. You get easy bank credit cards. The banks give you credit cards like they're giving, candy to children. I've met people who have 7 credit cards, 11 credit cards. A guy, normal job, whose salary is like $1,000 or $2,000, and his credit card is like $5,000, and he has overspent on everything. So credit cards, bank loans, automotive loans, or car loans, they give it like water. They don't even check who they're giving it to. Okay, my friend did tell me that now they're checking your credit history, but then again, how will the banks get rid of the excess cash that they have? And that's why, because the banks had made the mistake, now they're merging because they can't function anymore. Everything is hyped up there. Point number 26, if you go to the hospital, they will conduct all kinds of procedures on you. Let's say, for example, you have a cold, just a cold. You go to the hospital. The doctor will immediately tell you, please get a blood test, please get this test, please get a stool test, a piss test, a skin test, or this test. Why? Because during the meeting, my friend who worked in one of the hospitals, they said during the meeting, The doctors are told minimum give them 3 tests or 5 tests and sell them this medicine from this company because we have a tie-up with them. So when you conduct all those tests, you can charge money for all those tests, which if you have an insurance, they can give you much more tests because the insurance company will pay and hospital will make some money. In fact, during the surgery, my friend has told me this. The guy went for the surgery, and when he went for the surgery, he wanted Dr. X to do the surgery. He paid Dr. X to do the surgery. Once you put the anesthetic, you're gone. The doctor then told his trainees, who was my friend, you take over. And this guy went to his room. So they're cutting the guy open. He has paid. That doctor is not there. These other 2 trainees are working on it. And they took out his kneecap. And his kneecap was a perfect kneecap. Perfect. And they called the doctor. Doctor, you have asked us to replace the kneecap, but this is a perfect kneecap. The doctor told him, are you the doctor or am I the doctor? He said, you're the doctor. What was your instructions? So replace the kneecap. Yeah, replace it. We got paid money to replace the kneecap. That's all you do. So that is the medical industry. It's run by a business. In fact, one of the guys in the hospital in the Middle East, I'm not joking, his thumb was dangling, had an accident. They just had to stitch it back. But they would get much more money if they amputated the thumb than if they stitched it back. Guess what did they opt for? So this is hospitals for you. And that is why so many Arab locals, so many Indians, so many Pakistanis, when they get their surgery done, they go back home. They go back to India, they go back to the home country because it's much more cheaper there. In Dubai, don't have to believe me, check the newspaper, Gulf News, Khaleej Times National. You'll see a person who's earning $1,000, $2,000 a month. When their baby is delivered or something, their bill that they have to pay is maybe $500,000, $200,000, $100,000. How do they come up with this? Because the doctors make sure that they can take cash away from you because they get, I don't know, it's their targets or their commission. If a hospital has a doctor where they're making millions on the doctor, thanks to the doctor's presence, won't they keep that guy as the main guy? Won't they feature the doctor because they're minting money through him? So you need to understand the medical industry is a business. If you're sick, they make money. If you're healthy, they don't make money. So they make sure that you're sick. Okay. Last, if not the least, the biggest thing in the Middle East is the insecurity. No matter who you are, no matter how many years you stay in the Middle East, no matter what position you occupy, you do not know when you lose your job. You do not know when you'll be kicked out of the country. You do not know when you'll get into a problem with somebody else. You can employer, a local guy, someone influential, and you can be asked to fuck off. I remember once my mother went to this high court judge because she had a problem. And she asked him, can you help me with the visa? He told my mother, why don't you send you and your sister-in-law one night with me? I'll take care of all your problems. And I was there. I remember this. So, and you can't do anything. You can't do anything to them because they are very powerful. They're very connected. So the insecurity and fear is very high. Okay? You do not know when you lose your job. You do not know when you'll be asked to leave. So in a nutshell, this is the side of Dubai that nobody will tell you, nobody will talk about, and nobody can talk about, because if you do talk about it, you'll be jailed, you'll be deported, you'll be put in prison, because they have the Information Act or the Social Media Act where everything has to be positive, positive, happy, happy, not real. So these are some of the facts, things that nobody tells you about Dubai, UAE. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You agree with me? You can put your comments. Don't agree with me, put your comments. Like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. I read your comments. Love to hear from you. This is me saying goodbye for now.